So I'm back a bit later, bit late, but what are you gonna do? I've got lots of plans for this one, so I'm gonna start fairly quick. So we left off in Nigeria, I'm pretty sure, and I went on a tangent about states in the UK and Hearts of Iron, so I got a lot back in. Alright, but pardon me, the communists pretty much put their entire focus into winning this, and I got quite down a bit. It's actually pretty late. So essentially flood. Well, it's not even essential. I'm gonna shut up with that. It's annoying me. um, hold on the wrong thing. There you go. Yep. So the communists start flooding support in literally the whole of Africa. This isn't even bait. Like, I swear on my life they would win this, man. This is the whole of Africa versus a few 100,000 troops stationed from across the world. So you've either got good US troops, or you got like some stupid Belgian divisions. Oh no, I'm sorry, Belgium. Anyways, they get to about here, and in a white piece, well, not a white piece, but a proposition from the ITO over here, saying, hey, if we keep this bit of Nigeria or something, we can sign a peace and you can go on as you wish. But they said no, because this is obviously a scam, because there's Lagos here, and that's like the most valuable part of all Nigeria. So they said no, and they kept pushing, but then the floods from support from ITO get flooding in. But more troops and more troops are captured until this Nigeria um, pushed through Lagos. And in the end, the deal was accepted because they couldn't afford all that war, the ITO, if they denied. So that's a very and he made a few more concessions in the north as well to accept this peace. So they're not in the ASL officially, as gaining support from. Oh no, they are in the ASL, but their faction members told them we can't afford all that war, the ITO, for obvious reasons. Well, I mean, yeah, they are very obvious reasons. You can piece that together, man. You're a pretty smart fella, and I'm not apparently, because that's the wrong thing. And then it's integrated because it's just a mismatch of languages and states, and it's all horrible. So let's be honest, it's not going to last too long for America to invest in it. Okay, so there we go, man. Different stuff happens in Africa. Nigeria's a little bit smaller, or probably the same size today, so they got a bit of stuff in Cameroon. Okay, next thing on the chopping block, an African communist takeover. So the Libyan civil war up here, we've had some updates in the civil war. The Republicans got defeated. We have the royalists in the north here. That's not going to work. So we have the communists in the south. Then we have the loyalists in the northeast. Then we have the ITO up here. So that's the state of Libya right now. But during the France shenanigans, or after the France shenanigans, you guys can't hold down their colonies anymore. They want independence. So these yellow royalists seized Tunisia and took it into their own before Algeria could get to them. So that's probably not going to end too well for them in a bit. But oh well. Maybe if a communist wins, then they might get hold of that. So that's pretty much the royalists in a good position. But the IASL says to this communist Libya, if you win, or Algeria says, if you win and you give us Tunisia, we'll get directly involved right now. And the communist Libya, realising it'll be a puppet the ASL either way, essentially, just agrees to this. And Algeria joins in on the side of the communists. So that's probably not good for everyone else involved. But yeah, what are you gonna do, man? Moreover, nice little adjective in there. This Egypt, which pretty much a puppet the ASL, gets involved in Algeria's behalf, as well as their little puppet over here. This one was theirs, I'm pretty sure. That one was theirs. This one was theirs. No, this one was theirs. That one was theirs. This one was theirs. It doesn't really matter. They're all the same thing. Let's be honest. And they get involved as well. So now this is getting pretty interesting. And the Republic. No, these are the ITO. They start getting pushed back from the desert a little bit. Nothing too major because the African division is probably the best, all respect to him. Um, and the royalists who haven't had time to garrison this started losing this to Algeria, but they're pretty well prepared down here, so they hold out fairly well, and they're still alive here. Moving over to, and I'm to unhighlight these, they're not too important. We can keep Egypt highlighted though, for the reason being, the Egyptian Republic over here, during the France shenanigans, seized French Egypt and reunited it with the country. So based Egypt moments. They're back on the map pretty much. There's only the British people to deal with, who will probably get dealt with soon. Oh wait, they're getting dealt with now, you may be wondering. And they said, hey Britain, if we become aligned to you and maybe become a puppet you in a few, well not puppet but an ICO member, can you please give us back this so you can keep the Suez Canal, just give us back everything south of it. And Britain kind of crashing out, their economy kind of crashing right now, their empire's about to fall anyways, after desperate attempts to keep it. They agree for this, for the price of a lot of money on there, and then the future diplomatic relations. So now Egypt's looking like this again, and now you may be seeing the other Egypt highlighted in red, but it's in a very volatile state Egypt's in. They're not a world power by all means. They're about to not be very good looking, because the entire ASL declares war on this Egypt, who have had no time whatsoever to really do anything. A little garrison force is trapped down here. It allows for another spearhead from two sides, so you trap another 10k here. Cairo is put under lots of pressure, and this bit falls, and they flee to Libya, where it's the ITO control, and then the rest of Egypt falls and is integrated into the communist Egypt. And now from here, this opens up a wider front with the ITO, allowing to push back and taking the port in the Mediterranean, because they snaked up here. In the meantime, they had to, the ITO pull back more men to deal with this. Another spearhead here, catching them off guard, and in the end the ITO pull out, so they don't want to lose so many men to a Libyan civil war, and the ITO bit loses. So the Libyan civil war is on its way out. We'll see that next time though, maybe a few more advances there. And this isn't the last, I'm going to highlight these now, and this isn't the last thing you'll see of Egypt this video, because now there's a joint Egyptian, Ethiopian, there's a joint Egyptian-Ethiopian invasion of Sudan, who has survived this long somehow, as in economically, and they're surrounded by communists who hate them. Okay. And the world frowns upon this, but Africa is pretty much in the domain of the ASL at this point. This is you here, that's the British territories, that's communist France, and that's ITO territories, that's ITO, and that's ITO, and that's neutral. Probably not be neutral for too long, unfortunately for them. Whereas the Americans are communists. Anyways, this doesn't last too long for Sudan, it's just a matter of walking through, which is slow. We're sped up with a few. The Egyptian Navy seized off of the old Egypt. Does a little funny here, and they manage to spearhead and capture a load of men here. And then Ethiopia just overwhelms them with divisions. Finally capturing them. Support floods in from these bits who aren't officially involved in terms of claims, but they'll help out their allies. A few more encirclements down around here. And then Sudani government collapses under pressure and they capitulate. And the peace conference looks as such. It's pretty straightforward peace conference where South Sudan is given to Ethiopia as a puppet or a satellite government. And the north is lag spike. I hate you so much. I could have ruined everything if I didn't get a little checkpoint in there. Another day in office, mate, let me tell you. Gotta fix his computer. I got till Christmas. Christmas is when this computer finally is liberated. Alright. So, satellite of Ethiopia. That's not that bad. When we remove this, you won't be cleared out. The border is horrible. So, satellite of Ethiopia here. Integrated into Egypt here. It's a good day for Egypt. They've achieved a lot. Alright, now Africa's looking a bit less confusing. Not too. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, it looks more confusing now, so I forgot whose puppet is whose. I'm gonna be so real. That's definitely theirs. We'll call that Ethiopia's. We'll call that theirs. We'll call that theirs, yeah. Cool. I do need to upload this, so I might need to hurry up. So I want it out by the end of the day. So I've done Libya. I've done Egypt. Done Nigeria. And I've done... Okay, I'm gonna try to hurry up. I want some shenanigans in Southeast Asia, but I don't really know how to trigger it, and it won't make sense if anyone wins. So I'm going to push that back a little bit. Because I want China to take Indochina, but it doesn't make much sense, does it? So I'm going to have to do an assassination or something. But America are eyeing it up as well, so I could do something like that. Yes. Okay, so final thing. Down here, the communists have been very busy, and they realise, hey, our faction, the whole of Africa apart from Morocco at this point, and these British territories, and these aren't mainland Africa, but they're communists anyway, so it's fine. Oh, and this. Oh, you get a point, it's fine. So the British colonies here, marked as such, right? The stupid white stuff going on. I love that. Yeah, so basically, South Africa and the CCR and Ethiopia all are like, hey, and Mozambique all say we want a loyalist East African state because that would be pretty cool. Or maybe not even, maybe just annex it straight out. South Africa say, hey, we want Rhodesia and Botswana, but I think that's classed as the same thing in British terms. Mozambique said, hey, we want Lake Malawi, and CCR said, hey, we want like Tanzania, and then Zambia's kind of left their own devices down here, so maybe someone annexes them, who knows. Or we integrate Angola and Mozambique into the same sort of thing, which probably will happen. Anyway, so they start off by influencing the British colonies to have some revolts down here. So South Africa starts working their pressure in Zimbabwe and Botswana, and in the end we get a little revolt against British rule. Down here. And then the same happens in Tanzania, which Ethiopia helps. CCR fund it, but it'll all go to it'll all go to the CCR. Alright. And then the same happens down here, but the board's really drawn for that because it's in the middle. And they all rebel against British rule, who have no direct border anymore, so they all declare independence. And there goes Britain's rule in Africa. Unfortunate for them. But of course now comes the bit where they're not neutral anymore. And then they do their one final bit of world tension of toppling the governments of all these and seizing them all respectfully. South Africa takes their claim, and they're called the Mutapan Commune, or Greater Zimbabwean Commune or something. Let's call it the Mutapan Commune. Now, there you go. Tell I've played Hoi 4 multiplayer. Very educated, definitely. CCR sees Tanzania and integrate into their great union, in quotation marks, but I don't need to keep saying that, you get the point. I don't like communism, because no one does, and no one should. Can't get under the radar, they're like Nazis, kind of. It's a very messed up ideology. And then this is taken by Mozambique, and everyone said, hey, you two just unite, because A, the map would look nicer, and B, we would like more powerful states making more powerful divisions and a bunch of tiny little divisions, but they both said no. So hey, maybe we'll see that in the future. But yep, that's the state of Africa now. I will highlight to you in a faction map which isn't updated. I cannot be able to update it right now, so I don't want to play Hori. I haven't had a chance to all day. I'm very tired. Or will be very tired in a bit. But to show you the faction map in its current state, so, well, I'm not in its current state, but in the current state of what's communism. That's all communism now. That's all communism. Well, it's not all communism. You get what I'm trying to say. The Suez Canal isn't. I can't want to unhighlight that. Communist, 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 neutral. They're blue now, but you know, and then communist next episode, which I already spoiled earlier, so it's fine. Anyways, yep, that's that. Goodbye, my friend.